What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from BrewDog, and they are out of both Scotland over in the UK and Columbus, Ohio here in the United States, and this is their Hellcat, and this is a collaboration with the heavy metal band Iron Maiden. So they're calling this one an American India Pale Lager, aka an IPL. It comes in at 6% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. I don't know exactly how old this can is because the canned on date is kind of rubbed off, so I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna say this is relatively fresh because it was sent to me by a very good friend of mine and fellow BeerTuber, Jay, over at This Guy's Thoughts, so huge thanks to him for this beer. In the description box, I'll post a link to Jay's channel along with the beer mail boxing video I did that contains all the goodies he hooked me up with, and I'm glad he sent me this one because I was thinking about picking it up. I haven't seen it here locally. I'm sure it is on shelves around here locally, but I've been buying beer recently, so when he sent me this, I was like, oh, cool. I can't wait to get into it, and it's really awesome that it's an IPL. It's an actual style that doesn't get a lot of love anymore. And it's just cool. Now, I did try Trooper from them, which was the original collaboration they did with Robinson's over in England, and for an ESB, that was fine. They have a bunch of other collaborations with Robinson's, and I believe I think they have one with a Brazilian craft brewery. All I know is this is the latest collab between Iron Maiden and a brewery, and I'm here for it. Let's read the little spiel here they have on the side of the can. It says, Iron Maiden and BrewDog unite to launch Hellcat, a feisty India Pale Lager where hops and malts collide. Hellcat rages with a citrus-forward flavor with a no less aggressive malty backbone. The result is a hazy-gold IPL with an especially complex balance. Brewed in the USA, Hellcat joins the global Trooper family of beers crafted by Maiden vocalist and beer aficionado Bruce Dickinson. When it comes to Iron Maiden, Run to the Hills is my favorite song, so I mentioned that. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking for a balanced beer that's super easy to drink, and I'd imagine we'll talk about price and availability and everything at the end, but I'd imagine probably 6-packs of this are like $10 to $12. So for a lower priced and value beer, I'm just hoping for something that's quite drinkable and enjoyable to some degree, and we'll see if we get that or not. Beautiful looking beer though, honestly. I think that was a pretty solid pour. We'll throw this over here, but yeah, wow. So that actually pours out way more like bright and vibrant. It's going to probably be dulled on camera, but in person, let me just say this is straight up like a golden yellow color, like a straw yellow color, but it's very bright and vibrant. This reminds me of a bunch of like session IPAs that are like sub 5% that I've had numerous times before, but it is cloudy, it is hazy, has about a 2-finger of this bright soap sudsy looking head. Yeah, it looks really nice. Let's get a nose. Yeah, so citrus for sure. Now, it's not just because I read it, and typically I don't read tasting notes, but I figured they were going to be very generic, and they are. They just say citrus forward, hops with like a good malty backbone. Doesn't really tell you much, but there is definite citrus here. There's zesty orange, lemon, and lime, a little bit maybe grapefruit. I say grapefruit and orange lead the way, but it's zesty, it's pithy. It doesn't have like a big blast of sweetness. It's not like you're eating a grapefruit with sugar or you're drinking like orange juice. And the malt backbone is more of like a bready, almost crackery type of malt backbone. A lot of times, I'm thinking that this is going to have like a caramel or a big bready component. This is more of like, honestly, like a crackery thing. It doesn't smell all that complex, but again, even despite what they said, like this is going to be something that you can pick up. You're going to get your hop fix. It's a lager, and it's going to be reasonably priced. And it smells inoffensive. It actually smells nice. It smells like an old school session IPA. Like session IPAs started to really become prominent in the early 2010s into the mid 2010s. Stone had one, Firestone Walker had, was it Easy Jack? And this is what I'm reminded of right here. Something that smells super crisp, clean, refreshing, and that it's going to have a little bit of hop flavor. So let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Jay. And that's precisely what it is. It's a super drinkable. And I don't know how old this is. I mean, Jay sent me the beer mail back in March. The channel went on hiatus for about 6 weeks. And, well, about a month, maybe a little bit over, but I didn't drink any beer for 6 weeks. So I'm going to guess that this is probably, at the freshest, probably like 2.5, 3 months old. Might be older than that. And I'm telling you, the hops are still here. So body and mouthfeel. Body, this is like higher side of light body, lower side of medium. For 6%, it's fine. I think it adds to the drinkability because the ABV is 6%, and I want something a little bit lighter, but it's not watery, which is nice. The mouthfeel, super crisp, spritzy on the palate, lots of carbonation. But the finish is relatively clean. There's like a little bit of a lingering like citrus zest like that I got in the nose on the finish, but relatively clean. Makes me want to go back for more. Definitely dry. Body mouthfeel are nice. Taste. Up front, it's more citrus fruit, but it's not as pithy and zesty as it was in the nose. Has more of like a, not a super sweet, but it's like the entire fruit itself. So it's like you just, bit into an orange or something, or into a grapefruit. But it's more orange grapefruit, maybe a little bit of a lemon thing going on. As it passes through the palate, the lager portion and the malt come to the forefront. It's slightly bready. I wasn't getting that nose, but more slightly bready and crackery in the taste. But it has a nice like grainy kind of aspect to it. Kind of like, if I was doing this blind, I would definitely call this a lager of some sort, but I don't know if I'd say IPL because I don't think it's as hop forward, but again, this could be a slightly older can. They say it's quite balanced, and I would agree with that. So sweeter up front, you get the hops, then the underlying like, bready malt character hits. It finishes semi to full on dry. It has a mild to moderate bitterness, more towards the mild side. I think the hops introduce more flavor than bitterness in this one. Super easy to drink, really refreshing. I was going to pour the rest in here, but I already have it all in here, so I was going. Yeah, no, this is a crusher. I'm actually surprised at how much I enjoy this one. It's not anything amazing, but I think for what it is, they've done a pretty damn good job. For an American IPL, I'd probably give this like a 4, maybe 4.25. If it was super fresh, maybe even higher than that. Even with age, and again, I'm going to guess at least 3 months on this. It's real solid. Like, there's nothing to complain about here. So this is definitely better than the Trooper beer that they had with Robinson's. I think for an ESB that was fine, but it wasn't. It was just like a okay ESB. This is a solid IPL. I have no problems drinking this again if someone handed it to me. Would I buy it again? Depends. If I wanted an IPL. Or as a craving a session IPA, I want something lower ABV, I think I would go for this. Not much more to say about it. So Hellcat, collaboration between BrewDog and Iron Maiden. I have no problems giving this a high 3.75 out of 5 and go 3.85. Almost gets into the low 4 range. Not much bad to say about this one. If you're going to buy this, if you're an Iron Maiden fan or a BrewDog fan, or you just want to try this because of collab and you like hop forward beers in general, I can't see you not liking this. You're probably not going to think it's amazing, but it's inoffensive for sure. There's no off flavors, nothing, and I didn't expect that. But at the end of the day, like, I'm happy that this is actually a quality product. So yeah, price and availability. This is where price point, I'm not exactly sure because I didn't buy it. But here's the thing. I did look at something up real quick. I wanted to see the IBUs and whatnot, and I saw a link to their page, and they actually had it on their website from the BrewDog in Columbus. It was $11.99 for, I believe it was a 6-pack. So you're talking $2 a can. That's a fine price point. Again, you're not going to have to break the bank to try something like this. And availability, wherever you see BrewDog US stuff, you should definitely see this. I'd imagine they get good distribution here in the US. I don't know if you'll see this one overseas. I have no idea if my friends in the UK or even in Europe see it, but if you have seen this and tried it, let me know what you thought about it. Post in the comment section. Thanks to Jay for sending this one my way. 6%, like I said, it drinks like a lower ABV. It drinks like a lower ABV session IPA, despite the fact it's an IPL, because like I said, I can tell that this is a lager base. But I wouldn't guess this probably higher than, if I was doing this blind, I'd say like 5 to 5.5. So high the alcohol relatively well for something that's 6%. Yeah, I just wish I knew how fresh it was. If this has like 6 months of age on it, this is drinking extremely well because, yeah, that would be impressive. Anyway, thanks to Jay. Thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer review here in the Beer Patrol. Like I said, if you've had it, post in the comment section. I'd be curious to know. I'm sure there's going to be varying opinions on this one. Some people might hate it. Some people might love it. For me, 3.85 out of 5 means it's a quality beer. I'd have no problems drinking this one again. And if I see this super fresh, I might just grab it. I probably won't review it, just to try it out, just to see where it lands. Because again, I'm assuming this is at least 3 months old, so I would like to see it like 3 weeks old, just see if there's a huge difference. Probably not, but it has enough hop character in here and it balances it out, so I'm pretty happy. Anyway, till the next one. Cheers.